Number 1. The 1969 Ford Torino Cobra. In my opinion, this is one of the most exciting Fords to appear on the classic car market. The 1969 Ford Torino Cobra has always lived in the shadow of the Mustang, but among serious collectors, it's considered one of Ford's true muscle car legends. With its aggressive styling, powerful drivetrain, and limited production numbers, the Torino Cobra has become increasingly desirable over the years. This particular example is finished in black over a matching black interior, giving it a clean, intimidating appearance that perfectly suits the Cobra name. The body style is muscular without being overdone, and the long hood combined with the fastback-inspired roofline creates one of the best-looking Ford designs of the late 1960s. The heart of this car is undoubtedly its legendary 428 Cobra Jet V8. Even today, the Cobra Jet remains one of the most respected performance engines Ford has ever produced. Known for its incredible torque and impressive straight-line performance, it helped establish Ford as a serious competitor during the peak of the American muscle car era. Backing that engine is a 4-speed manual transmission, which, in my opinion, is exactly the gearbox enthusiasts hope to find in a car like this. It creates a much more engaging driving experience and allows the driver to fully appreciate the power of the big block engine. One of the biggest highlights mentioned by the seller is the documentation that accompanies the car. It includes a Marti report, which is widely regarded as one of the best ways to verify the authenticity and factory specifications of classic Ford vehicles. According to the seller, everything remains original except for the paint, and additional historical documents are also included. For collectors, paperwork like this can be almost as valuable as the car itself because it helps establish provenance and originality. Another detail that caught my attention is the car's success at local shows. The seller notes that it earned first place in the Ford category at the 2024 Greenville Heritage Days car show. While trophies alone don't determine a car's quality, they do suggest that the vehicle has been well cared for and appreciated by fellow enthusiasts. The odometer shows approximately 95,000 miles, but for a properly maintained classic muscle car, mileage often tells only part of the story. Personally, I place much greater importance on originality, documentation, mechanical condition, and overall preservation than I do on the number displayed on the odometer. At an asking price of $55,000, I think this 1969 Ford Torino Cobra represents a compelling opportunity. Genuine Cobra jet cars continue to become harder to find, especially examples backed by documentation and equipped with a desirable 4-speed manual transmission. If I were searching for a collectible Ford muscle car that combines historical significance, proven performance, and long-term investment potential, this Torino Cobra would definitely be one I'd want to inspect in person before making a final decision. Number 2. The 1969 Chevelle Malibu Sport Coupe. In my opinion, this 1969 Chevrolet Malibu is exactly the kind of restomod that appeals to enthusiasts who value reliability and drivability over factory originality. While purists may prefer a numbers-matching big block car, I think there's a lot to appreciate about a classic that's been upgraded with modern mechanical components and built to be driven on a regular basis. Located in Congers, New York, this Malibu is listed at $25,000, and the seller makes one thing crystal clear: there will be no negotiations and absolutely no trades. The asking price is firm, and judging by the extensive work that's already been completed, I can understand why the seller feels confident about its value. The biggest highlight is the drivetrain. Under the hood is a 5.3-liter LS V8 from a 2000 model year GM vehicle, professionally installed with no shortcuts taken. It's paired with a TH400 automatic transmission featuring an electric kickdown system similar to the original Super Sport models, while power is transferred through a desirable 12-bolt positraction rear axle with 3.31 gears. Personally, I think this combination offers the best of both worlds: modern LS reliability with classic muscle car performance. According to the seller, virtually every mechanical system has already been addressed over the past decade. The front suspension has been rebuilt, new springs installed, the car has been upgraded to front disc brakes, the exhaust system has been replaced, and the engine wiring has been completely redone. Those are exactly the kinds of improvements that make an older car feel dependable enough for long-distance cruising. The seller even mentions taking this Chevelle on multiple 300-mile round trips while averaging around 18 to 20 miles per gallon. In my opinion, that's one of the strongest selling points. Plenty of classic muscle cars look great sitting in a garage, but not all of them inspire confidence on a highway trip. This one appears to have proven itself as a genuine road car. The interior has also received significant attention, with roughly $4,000 invested in new upholstery work, a fresh vinyl top, and a new windshield with properly sealed glass. Although the body still requires final finishing and paint, the seller openly admits that instead of hiding the car's imperfections, it's currently finished in satin hot rod black over epoxy primer, giving it an aggressive appearance while leaving the next owner free to complete the exterior however they choose. Another interesting detail is that this Malibu originally came equipped with factory air conditioning, although those components are no longer installed. Instead, an aftermarket heater has been fitted for practicality. What stands out most to me is the seller's honesty. Rather than pretending the car is a flawless showpiece, they clearly explain both its strengths and its remaining cosmetic needs. Personally, I find that refreshing because buyers know exactly what they're getting before making the trip to see the car. Overall, this 1969 Chevrolet Malibu Sport Coupe offers a professionally installed LS V8, a proven TH400 transmission, a strong 12-bolt positraction rear end, extensive mechanical restoration, and real road-going capability at a price that remains well below many fully finished restomods. In my opinion, it's an excellent opportunity for someone who wants a dependable, powerful classic they can enjoy immediately while completing the cosmetic details at their own pace. Number 3. This 1971 Chevrolet Chevelle SS is the kind of muscle car that instantly commands attention. Finished in an aggressive black-on-black color combination and backed by one of Chevrolet's most legendary big-block engines, this Chevelle represents the golden age of American performance, where raw horsepower and bold styling went hand in hand. According to the seller, the car has undergone a complete frame-to-finish restoration, with virtually every area receiving careful attention. From the exterior to the interior and even the underside, the restoration appears to have been completed to a very high standard. The seller even points out that the undercarriage is detailed as beautifully as the top side of the car, which is often a sign that no shortcuts were taken during the build. Under the hood sits the legendary 454 cubic inch big block Chevrolet V8, an engine that has become synonymous with classic muscle car performance. Known for its massive torque and unmistakable exhaust note, the 454 delivers effortless acceleration and the kind of driving experience that made the Chevelle SS one of the most respected performance cars of its era. Whether cruising through town or opening the throttle on an empty road, this engine provides the unmistakable character that enthusiasts continue to appreciate decades later. Power is sent through a 4-speed manual transmission, giving the driver complete control over every shift. For many collectors and muscle car enthusiasts, a manual gearbox is the preferred choice because it creates a much more engaging connection between driver and machine. Combined with a big block V8, this setup delivers the authentic muscle car experience that many buyers are searching for. Inside, the car features factory-style bucket seats separated by a center console, creating a sporty cockpit that perfectly complements the Chevelle's performance image. The interior has been completely redone, while recently installed gauges provide accurate monitoring of the engine without taking away from the classic appearance. Several practical upgrades have also been incorporated into the restoration. A new painless wiring harness has been installed throughout the car, replacing decades-old electrical components with a modern, more reliable system. That's an upgrade many experienced collectors appreciate because electrical reliability is often one of the biggest concerns on vintage vehicles. The Chevelle also benefits from power steering and power front disc brakes, making it considerably easier and safer to drive than many original muscle cars from the early 70s. Visually, the black exterior paired with a matching black interior gives the car an unmistakably aggressive personality. The clean lines of the 1971 Chevelle, combined with a muscular stance and restored finish, create a car that looks every bit as powerful as it performs. In my opinion, this is exactly the kind of Chevelle that appeals to serious muscle car enthusiasts. The combination of a 454 big block, 4-speed manual transmission, complete restoration, upgraded wiring, and detailed presentation creates a package that's equally suited for local car shows, weekend cruises, or simply being admired in a private collection. It's a car that balances authenticity with thoughtful improvements, making it easier to own without sacrificing its classic identity. At an asking price of $65,000, this 1971 Chevrolet Chevelle SS appears to be fairly positioned given its specifications and restoration quality. Considering the cost of restoring a genuine big block Chevelle to this level, along with the desirability of the 454 engine and manual transmission, recreating a similar example today would likely require a substantially larger investment. For anyone searching for an iconic American muscle car with show-quality presentation and exhilarating performance, this Chevelle SS certainly deserves a place near the top of the list. Number 4. The 1971 Chevrolet Chevelle. The 1971 Chevrolet Chevelle remains one of the most recognizable American muscle cars ever produced. As Chevrolet entered the early 1970s, the Chevelle evolved into a more refined grand touring machine while still retaining the aggressive styling and V8 performance that made the nameplate legendary. Today, these cars continue to be highly sought after thanks to their timeless design and endless potential for customization. This particular example is finished in an elegant tan exterior paired with a matching tan interior, giving it a sophisticated appearance that's a little different from the bright colors commonly associated with muscle cars of the era. The monochromatic color combination gives the Chevelle a clean, upscale look while allowing its sculpted body lines to stand out. It's the kind of classic that attracts attention without being overly flashy. Power comes from a built Chevrolet 350 cubic inch V8, suggesting that the engine has been upgraded beyond factory specifications to deliver improved performance and reliability. While the seller doesn't provide a detailed engine build sheet, a properly built small block Chevrolet is well known for its durability, strong torque, and excellent aftermarket support. It's a combination that has proven itself for decades among muscle car enthusiasts. Backing the engine is a 700R4 automatic transmission, one of the most popular upgrades for classic Chevrolets. Unlike the original 3-speed automatics, the 700R4 features an overdrive gear, allowing the engine to cruise at lower RPM on the highway. In my opinion, this is one of the best upgrades you can make to a classic muscle car because it improves both fuel efficiency and long-distance comfort without sacrificing performance around town. The engine bay has also been enhanced with an upgraded chrome front accessory drive system, adding a clean and polished appearance whenever the hood is raised. It's a subtle modification that complements the rest of the car without taking away from its classic character. This Chevelle is also equipped with several desirable factory-style comfort features, including power steering, power front disc brakes, and factory air conditioning. These options significantly improve everyday usability, making the car much easier to enjoy during weekend cruises, local shows, or extended road trips. Inside, the custom interior and upgraded instrumentation modernize the driving experience while still respecting the car's vintage roots. According to the seller, the Chevelle runs and drives very well, which is exactly what many buyers hope to find in a classic muscle car. Rather than purchasing a project that immediately requires extensive work, the next owner can simply get behind the wheel and enjoy the car from day one. Personally, I think this Chevelle offers an excellent balance between originality and tasteful modernization. The built 350 V8 provides plenty of performance, while the 700R4 transmission and factory comfort options make it much more practical than many muscle cars that still retain their original drivetrains. It's a combination that allows you to enjoy the car regularly instead of saving it only for special occasions. Overall, I believe this 1971 Chevrolet Chevelle is an appealing classic for enthusiasts looking for a reliable, well-equipped driver. The upgraded powertrain, overdrive automatic transmission, factory air conditioning, power steering, power disc brakes, and customized interior all contribute to a muscle car that's both enjoyable and practical. At an asking price of $35,000, it appears to offer solid value for anyone searching for a Chevelle that's ready to hit the road and provide years of classic American V8 enjoyment. Number 5. This 1968 Chevrolet Chevelle. The 1968 Chevrolet Chevelle is widely considered one of the most iconic muscle cars ever built. Its aggressive body lines, long hood, and unmistakable stance helped define the golden era of American performance. This particular example, located in Clearwater, Florida, is listed for $27,500 and appears to offer a combination of serious performance upgrades and a clean, rust-free body at a price that's becoming increasingly difficult to find in today's market. One of the first things that catches the eye is the vibrant orange exterior, a color that perfectly complements the Chevelle's muscular design. Paired with a black interior, the car has the classic high-contrast appearance that never seems to go out of style. According to the seller, the body is exceptionally straight and completely rust-free, which is one of the most important qualities buyers look for when shopping for a classic Chevelle. Rust repairs on these cars can be both expensive and time-consuming, so finding a solid example is always a major advantage. Under the hood, this Chevelle has been upgraded with a 383 cubic inch stroker V8. The stroker combination is known for producing excellent torque while maintaining strong horsepower, giving the car impressive acceleration without sacrificing street manners. Power is delivered through the dependable turbo 350 automatic transmission, while a Hurst shifter provides a sportier driving feel and quicker gear selection than the factory setup. The performance upgrades continue underneath the car. A heavy-duty 12-bolt positraction rear axle equipped with 3.73 gears helps transfer power efficiently to the pavement, making the Chevelle equally comfortable cruising on the highway or delivering strong launches from a stop. The seller also mentions an upgraded fuel system, ensuring the engine receives the fuel it needs to support the increased performance. Visually, the car has several classic muscle car touches that enhance its appearance without going overboard. The cowl induction style hood gives the front end a more aggressive look, while the weld wheels wrapped in drag radial tires hint that this Chevelle was built with performance in mind. It's the kind of setup that looks right at home both on the street and at weekend drag racing events. Inside, the entire interior has been replaced with new components, giving the cabin a fresh appearance while maintaining the timeless design that made these Chevelles so popular in the first place. A clean, updated interior can make a huge difference in the overall ownership experience, especially for anyone planning to spend plenty of time behind the wheel. According to the listing, the car has had only 2 owners, carries a clean title, and is reported to have no significant mechanical or cosmetic problems. The dealer is also willing to consider trades, providing some flexibility for buyers who may already own another classic vehicle. In my opinion, this Chevelle offers an impressive value considering its combination of performance upgrades and solid condition. A rust-free 1968 Chevelle with a 383-stroker, 12-bolt rear axle, fresh interior, and proven drivetrain would likely cost significantly more to build from scratch than the asking price. For someone looking for a classic muscle car that's ready to drive and enjoy immediately, this appears to be a very compelling package. Overall, this 1968 Chevrolet Chevelle successfully blends classic styling with modern performance enhancements. With its powerful stroker V8, dependable drivetrain, rust-free body, and refreshed interior, it looks like the kind of muscle car that can be enjoyed at local cruise nights, weekend road trips, or even the occasional visit to the drag strip while continuing to turn heads everywhere it goes. Number 6. The 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. In my opinion, the 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS represents the peak of the muscle car era. It's one of those legendary models that enthusiasts have admired for decades, and this particular example appears to combine classic styling with the kind of mechanical upgrades that make it equally enjoyable on the street and at local car shows. Finished in a striking white exterior with a matching white interior, this Chevelle has a clean, timeless appearance that's complemented by a fresh vinyl roof. The color combination gives the car an elegant look while still highlighting the aggressive body lines that made the 1970 Chevelle one of Chevrolet's most iconic designs. The functional style flapper hood adds even more character, instantly reminding enthusiasts of the high-performance big block Chevelles from the golden age of American muscle. Power comes from a legendary 454 cubic inch V8 paired with a 4-speed manual transmission. In my opinion, that's exactly the drivetrain many collectors hope to find in a Chevelle of this generation. The 454 is famous for its massive torque and unmistakable rumble, while the 4-speed manual delivers a far more engaging driving experience than an automatic ever could. Combined with the heavy-duty 12-bolt rear axle, this setup promises the kind of performance that made Chevelles so dominant on the street decades ago. Beyond the engine, the seller mentions an extensive list of recent improvements. The car has received fresh paint, a new vinyl top, new body bushings, stainless steel brake and fuel lines, new bumpers, a replacement grille, a new exhaust system, updated front suspension components, and new shocks. Even the underside received significant attention, with the frame reportedly sandblasted and refinished, while the underbody was stripped back to bare metal before being coated in red oxide primer. Personally, I think that level of detail says a lot about the effort invested in this restoration, especially since the work extends far beyond what most people actually see. Another feature I appreciate is the classic bench seat interior combined with a desirable round gauge cluster. It preserves much of the original character of the car while still delivering the authentic muscle car atmosphere that enthusiasts expect from a 1970 Chevelle. The seller is also open to trades involving other desirable American classics, including Corvettes, Camaros, Chevelles, fastback Mustangs, and Mach 1 models. To me, that suggests they're another enthusiast who simply enjoys owning and trading interesting collector cars rather than someone looking to unload a problem vehicle. At an asking price of $72,000, this isn't an inexpensive Chevelle, but considering the legendary 454 engine, 4-speed manual transmission, extensive restoration work, and overall presentation, I think the price reflects the quality of the build. If I were in the market for a big block Chevelle that offers both investment potential and the excitement of a true driver's car, this 1970 SS would absolutely be one I'd want to see in person before making a final decision. Number 7. The 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle Super Sport 454. In my opinion, the 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS remains one of the greatest muscle cars ever produced, and this example captures much of what makes these cars so desirable. It combines iconic styling, big block performance, and a number of factory-inspired upgrades that make it equally attractive to collectors and enthusiasts who simply want to enjoy driving one of Chevrolet's legends. Offered by a dealership in Cleves, Ohio, this Chevelle is priced at $56,950 and is presented in excellent condition with a clean title. The odometer shows approximately 3,000 miles since its restoration or rebuild, and from the seller's description, it's clear that considerable attention has gone into preserving both its appearance and its drivability. Finished in the highly desirable factory code 78 black cherry paint with matching black SS stripes, the exterior has a distinctive look that's far less common than the typical red or black Chevelles. Personally, I think black cherry is one of the most elegant colors ever offered on a 1970 Chevelle because it changes character depending on the lighting, giving the car a sophisticated appearance while still looking aggressive. Power comes from a strong 454 cubic inch big block V8 producing approximately 360 horsepower. It's paired with an automatic transmission and backed by a durable 12-bolt rear axle fitted with 3.31 gears. In my opinion, that's an excellent setup for a street-driven muscle car because it provides plenty of low-end torque while remaining comfortable enough for longer highway trips. The engine compartment maintains a factory-inspired appearance with chrome valve covers, correct exhaust manifolds, and an upgraded aluminum radiator housed behind the original-style fan shroud. Those upgrades help improve cooling reliability without taking away from the car's authentic presentation. One of the nicest changes inside the cabin is the conversion from the original bench seat to black bucket seats with a center console and the famous horseshoe shifter. Personally, I think this upgrade makes the interior feel much sportier while still looking like something Chevrolet could have installed at the factory. The dashboard has also been refreshed with a new factory-style tachometer and gauge package, a new dash bezel, and a new wiring harness. Combined with the original AM/FM Chevrolet radio, the interior strikes a nice balance between originality and dependable functionality. Driving comfort hasn't been overlooked either. This Chevelle is equipped with power steering, power front disc brakes, and a desirable tilt steering column, making it much easier to handle than many muscle cars from the same era. According to the seller, the body, floors, frame, and trunk are all solid, with the trunk detailed in correct splatter paint and fitted with a proper trunk mat. Finishing off the exterior are restored chrome trim, factory-style 14-inch SS wheels wrapped in new raised white leather tires, and a brand new dual Flowmaster exhaust system with chrome tips. In my opinion, that exhaust is likely to deliver the deep, unmistakable big block sound every Chevelle enthusiast hopes to hear. Overall, this 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS 454 offers legendary styling, a powerful 454 big block, a proven automatic drivetrain, desirable factory options, and tasteful upgrades that enhance both comfort and reliability. In my opinion, it's an outstanding example of a classic American muscle car that can be proudly displayed at local shows while still being driven and enjoyed whenever the road calls. Number 8. Despite the listing title calling it a Ford GT, this is actually a 1976 Ford Elite, one of Ford's personal luxury coupes from the mid-1970s. Designed to combine smooth highway comfort with V8 performance, the Elite offered buyers an upscale driving experience while still carrying the bold styling that defined American cars during the decade. Finished in saddle bronze with a matching brown interior, this Elite has a distinctly 70s appearance that's becoming increasingly appreciated by collectors. The warm metallic paint, wide body proportions, and long hood create a sophisticated look that stands apart from the more common muscle cars of the era. It's the kind of car that captures the style and personality of mid-70s America. Under the hood sits Ford's legendary 351 cubic inch Cleveland V8, also known as the 5.8-liter engine. The 351 Cleveland has earned an excellent reputation among enthusiasts thanks to its strong performance potential, durable design, and distinctive cylinder head architecture. Even in mostly stock form, it delivers smooth power and plenty of torque, making it an ideal engine for effortless cruising. The V8 is paired with an automatic transmission, emphasizing comfort and relaxed driving rather than aggressive performance. One of the biggest highlights of this car is its originality. According to the seller, the engine, exterior, and interior all remain original. That's becoming increasingly uncommon, as many surviving cars from this era have been modified, repainted, or restored over the years. Preserving so many original components gives this elite additional appeal for buyers who appreciate authenticity and factory-correct presentation. The seller also states that the car runs and is in good overall condition. While the description is fairly brief and doesn't go into extensive mechanical detail, having a running and driving example is always an advantage, especially with a nearly 50-year-old vehicle. An original car that can still be enjoyed immediately is often much more desirable than one requiring a complete restoration. The Ford Elite has often lived in the shadow of the Torino and Thunderbird, but in recent years enthusiasts have started paying more attention to these personal luxury coupes. Their comfortable ride, handsome styling, and dependable V8 engines make them excellent choices for weekend cruising and local car shows. Because they were produced in smaller numbers than many other Ford models, clean original examples are becoming increasingly difficult to find. In my opinion, this 1976 Ford Elite is appealing because it hasn't lost its original identity. Rather than being heavily modified, it appears to have been preserved much as it left the factory. The original saddle bronze color, matching interior, and 351 Cleveland V8 create a package that's both nostalgic and increasingly collectible. It's the kind of classic you can comfortably enjoy while appreciating a segment of American automotive history that is finally receiving more recognition. At an asking price of $12,000, this 1976 Ford Elite appears to offer very good value. Considering its reportedly original condition, dependable 351 Cleveland engine, automatic transmission, and overall drivable condition, it provides an affordable entry into classic American V8 ownership. For anyone looking for a distinctive 70s Ford that's comfortable, stylish, and becoming harder to find in original form, this Elite is certainly worth a closer look. Number 9. The 1966 Ford Mustang Coupe. The 1966 Ford Mustang is one of the most recognizable American classics ever built. As the final model year before the first-generation Mustang received its major redesign, it perfectly captures the charm that made the Mustang an instant success. Its compact dimensions, sporty styling, and wide range of engine options helped create the pony car segment, and today it remains one of the most desirable classics for both seasoned collectors and first-time enthusiasts. This particular Mustang Coupe is finished in a striking red exterior paired with a beige interior, creating a classic color combination that reflects the style of the mid-1960s. According to the seller, the car is a genuine survivor that has remained in the same extended ownership circle since being purchased from a family friend back in 1970. Long-term ownership stories like this are always appealing because they often suggest the car has been cared for rather than repeatedly passed from owner to owner. Power comes from the legendary Ford 289 cubic inch V8, which has reportedly been professionally rebuilt and has accumulated only about 2,000 miles since the rebuild. The 289 is widely regarded as one of Ford's most reliable and enjoyable small-block engines, offering smooth performance, excellent durability, and the unmistakable sound that classic Mustang fans love. One of the most significant upgrades is the installation of a T5 5-speed manual transmission. Compared to the original 4-speed or 3-speed gearbox, the T5 provides closer gear ratios along with an overdrive gear, making highway driving much more comfortable while also improving overall performance. In my opinion, this is one of the best upgrades that can be made to an early Mustang because it preserves the fun of rowing through the gears while making the car far more enjoyable on today's roads. The seller also notes that the Mustang is equipped with power steering, Willwood power front disc brakes, and air conditioning. Those upgrades significantly improve the driving experience, giving the car modern levels of comfort and braking performance without taking away from its vintage personality. It's a combination that allows owners to confidently enjoy the car during weekend cruises, road trips, or local shows. Another fascinating detail is that this Mustang is one of only 21,397 examples produced with the factory front bench seat. Most enthusiasts are accustomed to seeing bucket seat Mustangs, so this uncommon interior configuration gives the car an added level of originality and historical interest. The seller has also retained the original wheels, hubcaps, and factory air cleaner assembly, allowing the next owner to return the car to a more original appearance if desired. With more than $25,000 reportedly invested in restoration and upgrades, much of the hard work has already been completed. The rebuilt engine, modern transmission, upgraded brakes, and preserved survivor character make this Mustang a unique blend of originality and thoughtful modernization. Personally, I think this is exactly the type of classic Mustang that many enthusiasts dream of owning. It still retains its survivor identity and original paint, yet it benefits from carefully selected upgrades that improve reliability, safety, and everyday drivability. That balance is becoming increasingly difficult to find in today's classic car market. Overall, I believe this 1966 Ford Mustang Coupe represents an outstanding opportunity for someone looking to own a historically interesting and highly usable American classic. With its rebuilt 289 V8, T5 5-speed manual transmission, upgraded braking system, factory air conditioning, rare bench seat configuration, and documented long-term ownership history, it offers far more than the average early Mustang. At an asking price of $18,500, I think it delivers excellent value for a car that combines originality, thoughtful upgrades, and timeless Mustang appeal. Number 10. This 1966 Chevrolet Impala SS. The 1966 Chevrolet Impala SS represents the perfect blend of full-size American comfort and big-block muscle. While many enthusiasts immediately think of Chevelles or Camaros when discussing Chevrolet performance cars, the Impala Super Sport carved out its own legendary reputation by combining sleek styling with serious V8 power. This example, located in Richmond, Indiana, is listed for $55,000 and appears to be an authentic SS that has been mechanically refreshed and built to be driven. According to the seller, this is a true super sport equipped with the highly desirable 427 cubic inch big block V8 and a 4-speed manual transmission. That combination alone makes this car especially appealing because it delivers the kind of classic muscle car experience that many collectors are searching for. There's something uniquely satisfying about rowing through the gears of a big block Chevrolet, especially in a full-size car that effortlessly combines performance with comfort. Mechanically, the car has received significant recent attention. The seller states that the engine has accumulated only about 1,000 miles since being rebuilt, suggesting that the drivetrain is still relatively fresh. In addition, both the transmission and rear axle have reportedly been rebuilt, helping ensure that the powertrain is ready for many more miles of dependable driving. A new fuel tank has also been installed, eliminating one of the common maintenance concerns found on older classics. The seller describes the car as running and driving exceptionally well, which is always encouraging for anyone considering a vintage vehicle. Rather than being a garage ornament that's only trailered to shows, this Impala appears ready to be enjoyed on the open road, whether it's a weekend cruise, a local car gathering, or a longer highway trip. Visually, the blue exterior paired with a tan interior creates an elegant and distinctive color combination that separates this Impala from the more common black or red muscle cars. The seller honestly rates the paint as about a 7 out of 10, indicating that while it presents well overall, it isn't being advertised as a flawless concours restoration. I actually appreciate that level of honesty because it sets realistic expectations and suggests the owner is presenting the car as it truly is. One of the biggest attractions of the 1966 Impala SS is its versatility. It offers the aggressive performance expected from a big block muscle car while still providing the spacious cabin and comfortable ride of a full-size Chevrolet. That's something many smaller muscle cars simply can't match, especially for owners who enjoy taking longer road trips. In my opinion, what makes this Impala especially appealing is its balance between authenticity and usability. A genuine SS equipped with a 427 and a 4-speed manual already has strong collector appeal, but the recent mechanical work means the next owner can spend more time enjoying the car instead of immediately investing in major repairs. That combination of originality and reliability is becoming increasingly difficult to find. Overall, this 1966 Chevrolet Impala SS appears to be a well-maintained and mechanically refreshed example of one of Chevrolet's most iconic full-size performance cars. With its authentic super sport pedigree, legendary 427 big block, 4-speed manual transmission, and recent drivetrain rebuilds, it offers the kind of classic American driving experience that continues to attract enthusiasts more than half a century after it first left the showroom. Number 11. The 1968 Chevrolet Camaro RS/SS. In my opinion, this 1968 Chevrolet Camaro RS/SS is an outstanding example of what a modern restomod should be. Rather than trying to preserve every factory component, this build takes one of Chevrolet's most iconic muscle cars and upgrades it with modern performance, improved handling, and everyday drivability, while still respecting its classic appearance. At first glance, the beautiful blue exterior immediately grabs your attention. Combined with the black interior and the signature RS styling, the car maintains the unmistakable first-generation Camaro look that enthusiasts have admired for decades. The seller also states that the body is completely rust-free, and the chrome trim is in exceptional condition, suggesting this car has been built with a strong focus on quality rather than shortcuts. What really sets this Camaro apart, however, is what's underneath the hood. Instead of the original small block or big block engine, It now features a modern Chevrolet LS3 V8 paired with a 6-speed manual transmission. Personally, I think this is one of the best combinations you can install in a classic Camaro. The LS3 is known for delivering impressive horsepower, excellent reliability, and easy parts availability, while the 6-speed manual transforms the driving experience into something that's both exciting and surprisingly comfortable on longer highway trips. Performance upgrades continue throughout the rest of the car. It features a heavy-duty 12-bolt positraction rear axle equipped with aggressive 4.30 gears, along with Caltrax traction bars and Hotchkiss frame connectors to help put the power to the pavement. The suspension has also been modernized with tubular upper and lower control arms, while power rack and pinion steering provides far more precise handling than the original steering system ever could. Stopping power has received just as much attention, thanks to 4-wheel disc brakes that should offer significantly more confidence than the factory setup. In my opinion, these upgrades make the car feel far more balanced as a complete package. It's not simply built to accelerate quickly. It's designed to corner, steer, and stop with the kind of performance expected from a modern sports car. The seller confidently says that the car can stand up to close inspection, and based on the extensive list of modifications, that doesn't seem like an unreasonable claim. It's clear that considerable time and investment have gone into creating a Camaro that's meant to be driven rather than just admired from a distance. With an asking price of $87,500, this is certainly a premium build, but high-quality restomods rarely come cheap. Between the rust-free body, modern LS3 powertrain, 6-speed manual gearbox, upgraded suspension, and performance-focused chassis, I believe the value reflects the amount of craftsmanship involved. If I were looking for a first-generation Camaro that delivers classic styling with modern performance and reliability, this would definitely be one of the strongest candidates I'd want to experience firsthand. Number 12. The 1976 Dodge Charger. In my opinion, this 1976 Dodge Charger is a refreshing reminder that not every classic Mopar has to be a high-dollar restoration or a fire-breathing muscle car. Instead, this Charger has been customized into a stylish cruiser that blends vintage American character with modern conveniences, making it a unique option for someone who enjoys standing out wherever they go. Located in Corbin, Kentucky, this Charger is listed at $12,000 and shows just 71,000 original miles. According to the seller, it has had only 2 owners and remains in excellent condition both inside and out. Personally, I think low-mileage survivors from the mid-1970s are becoming increasingly difficult to find, especially examples that are still being driven and enjoyed. Power comes from Dodge's dependable 318 cubic inch V8, which the seller says has received a few performance upgrades. While the exact modifications aren't specified, the engine reportedly runs strong and the car drives very well. In my opinion, the 318 is one of Chrysler's most reliable small-block engines. It may not produce the headline-grabbing horsepower of a 440 or Hemi, but it's known for durability and is more than capable of providing a relaxed cruising experience. One of the highlights of this Charger is its comfort. Both the heating and air conditioning systems are said to work properly, something that's always a welcome feature in a classic car. Having functional climate control makes it much easier to enjoy the car throughout the year instead of limiting it to perfect weather. The biggest visual statement, however, comes from its custom donk-inspired appearance. The car sits on a set of 22-inch wheels that completely transform its stance and give it a bold personality. Personally, I know this style isn't for everyone, but I appreciate that it reflects the owner's vision rather than trying to imitate a factory-original restoration. Custom builds like this have developed their own following, and they certainly attract attention wherever they go. The interior has also been modernized with an upgraded audio system featuring Apple CarPlay and Memphis speakers throughout the cabin. In my opinion, this is one of the best upgrades for a classic that's meant to be driven regularly. It allows the owner to enjoy modern navigation, hands-free connectivity, and quality sound while still experiencing the charm of a vintage Dodge. The seller mentions that the car runs and drives great, reinforcing the idea that this isn't simply a showpiece but a vehicle that's ready to hit the road. They're primarily interested in trading for a nice truck and are even willing to add cash for the right deal, although they're also open to selling the Charger outright. It's also clear from the listing that the seller isn't in a hurry to part with it, suggesting they're confident in both the car's condition and its value. Overall, this 1976 Dodge Charger offers low original mileage, a reliable 318 V8, working heat and air conditioning, a modern entertainment system, and a distinctive custom appearance that sets it apart from the crowd. In my opinion, It's an affordable and enjoyable classic that's perfect for someone looking for a comfortable weekend cruiser with plenty of personality and a style that's guaranteed to spark conversations wherever it goes. Number 13. This 1966 Chevrolet Impala is a great example of a classic American cruiser that's been thoughtfully upgraded for modern driving without losing its vintage personality. Rather than being a flawless showpiece, the seller is upfront about the car's condition, describing it as a solid driver with older paint that still presents well. That kind of honesty is often appreciated because it sets realistic expectations while highlighting the car's strengths. Finished in bright red with a black interior, this Impala carries one of the most iconic color combinations of the 1960s. The long body, sweeping fender lines, and signature Chevrolet styling give it a commanding presence whether it's parked at a local cruise night or rolling down the highway. Under the hood is a rebuilt 350 cubic inch small block V8 that has been given a mild performance upgrade. It features an Edelbrock intake manifold, a Holley carburetor, long tube headers, and a brand new 3-inch dual exhaust system. Together, these modifications help the engine breathe more efficiently while producing the deep, unmistakable V8 sound that enthusiasts expect from a classic Chevrolet. The setup should deliver stronger performance than a stock engine while remaining reliable enough for regular weekend driving. Backing the engine is a rebuilt 700R4 automatic transmission. This is one of the most desirable upgrades for classic Chevrolets because it adds an overdrive gear, allowing the engine to run at lower RPM on the highway. That translates into a quieter ride, reduced engine wear, and improved fuel efficiency compared to older 3-speed automatics. The drivetrain is complemented by a 3.73 positraction rear axle, giving the car quicker acceleration while ensuring power is distributed effectively to both rear wheels. It's a combination that strikes a nice balance between spirited performance and comfortable cruising. The seller has also invested in several practical improvements that enhance the driving experience. Power steering makes maneuvering this full-size Chevrolet much easier, while the front disc brake conversion provides significantly better stopping performance than the factory drum brakes. A new aluminum radiator helps keep the engine running cooler, particularly during summer drives or extended cruising. Inside, the cabin has been refreshed with reupholstered front and rear seats, new door panels, and a new headliner. These updates give the interior a clean and inviting appearance without taking away from the car's classic feel. Sitting on 15-inch weld wheels wrapped in newer tires, the Impala also gains a slightly more aggressive stance while maintaining its period-correct character. Perhaps one of the biggest confidence builders is the seller's mention of having a large collection of receipts documenting the work that's been completed. Maintenance records and restoration receipts are always valuable because they provide buyers with a clear history of the investment made into the vehicle over time. In my opinion, this 1966 Chevrolet Impala offers a very appealing mix of classic styling and practical upgrades. It isn't advertised as a museum-quality restoration, but instead as an honest, well-sorted driver that's ready to be enjoyed. The rebuilt 350 V8, upgraded 700R4 transmission, disc brakes, aluminum radiator, and refreshed interior make it considerably more enjoyable in today's driving conditions while preserving the timeless charm that makes the 1966 Impala such an enduring American icon. At an asking price of $14,900, this Impala appears to represent excellent value. Considering the rebuilt drivetrain, extensive mechanical improvements, upgraded braking system, refreshed interior, and documented work, it would likely cost significantly more to build a similar car from scratch. For buyers looking for an affordable, reliable, and enjoyable full-size Chevrolet classic, this 1966 Impala is certainly worth serious consideration. Number 14. The 1976 Cadillac DeVille Sedan. The 1976 Cadillac DeVille represents the golden age of American luxury, a time when full-size sedans were built with an emphasis on comfort, presence, and effortless cruising. With its long body, elegant styling, and smooth ride, the DeVille became a symbol of prestige during the 1970s. Even today, these big Cadillacs remain popular among collectors who appreciate classic American luxury rather than outright performance. This particular example stands out with its striking triple black color combination, featuring a black exterior, black interior, and matching black trim. It's a timeless look that gives the large sedan a sophisticated and commanding presence. Unlike brighter colors that were common during the era, the all-black finish adds a touch of elegance while emphasizing the DeVille's long, graceful body lines. Under the hood is the car's original automatic-equipped V8 drivetrain, designed to deliver smooth and effortless performance rather than aggressive acceleration. That's exactly what a Cadillac of this era was built for. Instead of chasing horsepower numbers, the focus was on quiet operation, relaxed highway cruising, and a comfortable ride that isolated passengers from the road. According to the seller, everything on the car functions as it should, which is always encouraging when looking at a nearly 50-year-old luxury vehicle. Even more impressive is the fact that the air conditioning is described as ice-cold, something that's becoming increasingly rare on surviving classics from this period. Working factory air conditioning can make a huge difference if you actually plan to enjoy the car during warm weather cruises. The seller also mentions that the DeVille has received a brand new set of tires, meaning one important maintenance item has already been taken care of. With approximately 93,000 miles on the odometer, the car is presented as a driver rather than a museum-quality showpiece. It reportedly has only a few small areas of surface rust with no major structural corrosion, and the seller is upfront about the fact that it isn't a perfect car. Personally, I always appreciate that kind of honesty because it sets realistic expectations for potential buyers. What I like most about this Cadillac is that it seems ready to be enjoyed immediately. The seller even suggests that you could simply drive it home, which speaks to its roadworthiness. Cars like this are perfect for relaxed weekend cruising, local classic car gatherings, or simply enjoying the unmistakable experience of piloting one of Detroit's last truly massive luxury sedans. In my opinion, this DeVille offers something many modern cars simply can't replicate. The oversized proportions, soft ride quality, spacious interior, and unmistakable vintage Cadillac styling create a driving experience that's more about comfort and character than speed. It's the kind of classic that encourages you to slow down and enjoy the journey. Overall, I think this 1976 Cadillac DeVille is an appealing option for anyone looking to own an affordable piece of American luxury car history. The attractive triple black presentation, working air conditioning, new tires, honest condition, and road-ready drivability make it a solid cruiser. At an asking price of just $8,500, it appears to offer an excellent entry point into classic Cadillac ownership while leaving plenty of room in the budget for future improvements if desired. Number 15. This 1967 Plymouth Barracuda 340. The first-generation Plymouth Barracuda has become one of the most recognizable early Mopars, offering distinctive styling and a driving experience that's different from many of its muscle car rivals. While later E-body Barracudas often receive most of the attention, the 1967 model has developed a loyal following thanks to its compact size, lightweight construction, and excellent performance potential. This example, located in Orlando, Florida, is listed for $17,950 and appears to be a solid foundation for someone looking to own a classic Mopar without spending a fortune. Finished in bright orange with a black interior, this Barracuda certainly has the visual presence expected from a late 1960s performance car. The bold exterior color complements the fastback-inspired styling, giving the car an aggressive appearance that still looks timeless nearly 60 years later. According to the seller, the car is powered by a 340 cubic inch V8 and backed by an automatic transmission. The 340 is widely regarded as one of Chrysler's best small-block engines, earning a reputation for delivering impressive horsepower, quick throttle response, and remarkable reliability. Whether this is the original engine or a later installation isn't specified, but either way, the 340 remains one of the most desirable power plants for enthusiasts who appreciate classic Mopar performance. The odometer currently shows just over 38,000 miles, which is certainly an interesting figure. As with any vintage vehicle, mileage should always be verified through documentation whenever possible, but if accurate, it could indicate that this Barracuda has seen relatively limited use over the years. One thing I appreciate about this listing is the seller's honesty regarding the car's condition. Rather than claiming it's perfect, they openly mention that the vehicle needs brake work. That's valuable information because it allows potential buyers to understand that while the car has plenty of promise, it will require some attention before being considered fully road-ready. In many cases, straightforward disclosures like that create more confidence than listings that avoid mentioning any imperfections. At an asking price of $17,950, this Barracuda enters the market at a figure that's considerably lower than many fully restored Mopars from the same era. That makes it especially attractive for buyers who don't mind completing a few repairs themselves in exchange for owning a genuine classic with plenty of future potential. In my opinion, this car represents an opportunity more than a finished product. The desirable 340 V8, classic 1967 styling, and relatively affordable price give the next owner a chance to create a very rewarding driver without paying premium collector car pricing from the start. With the brake system addressed and continued maintenance, it could become an excellent weekend cruiser or a fun local car show participant. Overall, This 1967 Plymouth Barracuda offers an appealing mix of classic Mopar character, strong V8 performance, and room for improvement. For enthusiasts who enjoy bringing vintage muscle cars back to their full potential, this Barracuda looks like a promising project with the right ingredients to become something truly special.